morning. So today's Friday. Woohoo! February 16th, not 18th, 16th. So I just want to start out by saying that I am so sorry to those in Florida who lost their lives due to the mass shooting at that school. You know, my children are all grown, they're out of school, but seeing no child should have to, nobody, but children especially, should not have to fear for their lives. This is something that we in America especially should not have to deal with. You know, a lot of people come to America to get away from these type of things happening. And it's just really, really sad that this is what's happening. You know, I don't know if, you know, I don't know if banning these things are going to be the answer. They're probably not going to be the answer. You know, blaming mental illness, blaming racism, and all of that is not going to prevent these things from happening. What's going to prevent these things from happening? Do you really want to know? So basically, these shootings are just like drive-by shootings, and just happens in a different area, a different neighborhood. You know, instead of these kids going to the people who hurt them or, you know, tease them or bullied them homes and driving by and shooting just random people or shooting those individuals, they take it to the school. And they take it to the school to make the biggest impact, so that way those people who teased them, made fun of them, who hurt them, can feel the pain. And that's what a drive-by shooting is. Drive-by shooting is rival people go to the other people's territory and shoot them, so that way they can feel the most impact. And if they shoot the person who hurt them, then that's an extra bonus. But really, it's to make them, you know, the other people who've hurt them, whether it's money-wise, whatever it is, hurt them, make them feel the pain, make them hurt, make it hurt their pocket, hurt them mentally, fuck them up. That's the point. That's what this is. Now, we don't talk about drive-by shootings, we don't talk about gang stuff like that, because, you know, it's not rich white America. It's, you know, it's the poor, poverty-ridden areas, so nobody really gives two shits about that. But anyway, that's not what I'm trying to, I'm just saying that we need, you know, obviously our children are hurting. They don't have the proper communication skills and the proper survival skills in order to learn how to deal with the things that are going on. Us as parents, as adults, are failing them by doing that. And that's evident by the more and more shootings. You know, these children are going and they're not only just shooting classmates that, me as a kid, I remember my classmates, my friends were the people who were my support system. They were my backbone. They were the people that I needed to get through the rough days. The ones who encouraged me. The ones who said, don't listen. Those are the people that helped me. And these kids feel they don't have any. And us as parents, us as adults, as a community, we're so wrapped up in making sure that these kids have this high education, that they have these nice shoes, that they have these best phones, and they're equipped with all of this stuff. We're forgetting the basic fundamental things that we need as children, which is love and support. That's what they need. They need to know that they are number one in your life. They are number one in your life. Now, I'm going to bring it back a little further. And I'm 40 years old, and my generation was the first generation of children who really got to experience the single parent household. Even if there were two parents in the home, there was still a single parent because both parents had to work. And So more and more, we're forcing our families to be away from each other. And I'm going to tell you about my family. So I have 2 children, Kevin and Michael. Kevin is 23 and Michael is 19. And I had to do the math really quick. And I had my son at 16 years old. Now, their father and I stayed together for 19 years. 19 whole years. But 19 years. And in the beginning, we worked. I didn't work. And then we couldn't afford it anymore, so then I did get a job. And once I got a job, we worked at opposite shifts. So that way there was always somebody home with them. Well, I had one at the time with Kevin. And, you know, there was always dad or mom. Mom worked nights, dad worked days. Dad worked days, dad worked nights, mom worked days. That's how that was. Then Michael came along, and at that point I was 20-something years old, and I decided that I no longer wanted to work in fast food, or I wanted to bet on myself. So I started working in offices. So that meant I had to work during the day. And Kevin Sr. worked at night. He worked second, third shift. So it was great, but our children, you know, were a little older, so it didn't really make a difference. You know, Kevin Jr. was, you know, 5 years old, 6 years old, so he was starting to go to school, and Michael would stay with my mom, or Michael would go to daycare. Now, keep in mind that financially we were never secure. We always struggled with paycheck to paycheck. And we were not perfect by any means, because Kevin was a dickhead. Kevin was very abusive, emotionally very, very abusive. And I figured eventually things would get better. He would understand, he'd do things, he'd change, and it just never happened. And then ultimately that's why I left, although it was too late for my children. But anyway, so my point to that is that, you know, in my mom's era, I would have stayed home, and I would have been there for my children to hear about their woes of the day. I would have been there for my children to pick them up from school, to bring them to sports events. And I did still bring them to sports events. I still was there, but not like fully, because I did work. And so by the time I came home at 5 o'clock, I'm exhausted. I don't want to, you know, deal with the bullshit of the day. So I already did 8 hours in that day. So, you know, I was there, but I really wasn't there. You know, if I was like I was if I didn't have to work all day long. And that's what we're lacking. We're lacking that nurturing, that needing, that security that children need to be successful mentally and emotionally. You know, because our schedules are really, really crazy. You know, when the kids got older, it would be, I would work until 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, depending. Then football practice would happen from 5 to 8, 5 to 9. And then 5 to 7, but 5 to 8, 5 to 9, because by the time you were done and everything, you got home, it was 9 o'clock, and you settled in, and now you're eating dinner at 9 o'clock at night. Hurry up, eat dinner, hurry up, you gotta go to bed because you got school in the morning. What kind of life is that? Now, if I was a stay-at-home mom, it still would be chaotic, but not as chaotic, because I would have a little bit more time to prepare for things. Yes, still jam-packing everything within that period of time, absolutely. But I would be a little calmer. I would be a little more self-controlled, because I would have more time to do my household responsibilities and not trying to jam-pack it all within a 5-hour period after work. So that's just basically how I feel about that. I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm really saddened. It really, really hurts. Watching these videos of these kids having to hear those gunshots in a safe place, you know, or walk by dead people, blood everywhere. It's just unacceptable in America. It's unacceptable anywhere, but America's supposed to be different. It's just unacceptable. And our politicians, they don't have the answers. They don't know what to do. You know, blocking these guns are not going to make a difference. I personally, I don't understand why somebody needs a weapon that you use in war. I don't understand that. But it's not going to make a difference, because if somebody wants to get it, they're going to get it. It just happens. You know, doing screening for mental illness and, you know, felons, wonderful. Felons still get guns. People with mental illness still get guns. You know, I hate to tell you, if you think that your stupid little screening is going to prevent that from happening, it's not going to happen. You know, hence drive-by shootings. But anyway, you know, just, I don't know what the answer is. But I know the answer is not just talking about it right now because it's in our face and then letting it go next week because something else came up. That's not the answer. We really need to find a solution. Our children are hurting. Our children are hurting. There's something they're lacking, and us adults are failing them. They're not failing us. They're not failing on their own. They're not failing themselves. The adults in this country, in the United States of America, are failing our youth. That's my answer. And that's where we need to find the solution. In how we help our children. Because as Whitney Houston said, our children are our future. Well, you know what I say, the best investment you can make is in investing in yourself. What are you investing in you today? Today, I'm investing time with my children. So my youngest son is home with me right now. I'm going to go to work today, and then I'm going to go home, and I'm going to spend some time with my baby. My oldest son, well, he's a little further away. He's doing his own thing, but I sent a message out to him telling him I loved him, so that's investment there. So, invest in yourself today. Have a great day. I am going to go do some working out. I did not go on the bike yesterday. I got wrapped up in doing my purse that I'm making, and it's coming out really nice. So I got wrapped up in putting that all together. So I am going to work on the bike today and get a little bit on that. And I forgot about the apps that I downloaded to work out with. So I'm going to probably get in on that maybe today or tomorrow. So you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.